I was standing in the kitchen when my phone vibrated. No name, just a number I knew by heart. I'm outside. 5 days. 5 days of silence so complete it felt intentional, like punishment. I didn't respond. I didn't move. I watched the second hand on the wall clock stutter its way forward, each tick loud enough to feel like an accusation. The front door didn't open right away. She always hesitated before dramatic entrances. She liked the moment to breathe. When the lock finally turned, I didn't look up. Her heels clicked once, twice. She wanted me to notice. "Wow," she said lightly, like she hadn't vanished without explanation. "You could have at least called." I closed the folder on the counter, slid it into the yellow envelope. My hands were steady. She stepped into view. Sunglasses still on, that faint smirk on her mouth, the one she used when she believed she held leverage. "Be grateful I even came home," she said. I turned then, met her eyes. "Thanks," I said. I held out the envelope. "But you don't live here anymore." The smirk faltered, just slightly. She took the envelope anyway, and when she opened it, her face went white. When she disappeared, I told people I was worried. That was the socially acceptable lie. The truth was quieter, colder. I wasn't worried. I was offended. She left her car, her clothes, her laptop. She took only her phone and the version of herself she used around him. I didn't ask who. I didn't need to. Absences have fingerprints. The first night, I slept on my side of the bed. The second, I slept in the guest room. By the third, the house felt calmer without her voice rearranging the air. She texted once. "Need space." No explanation. No timeline. Just a command disguised as vulnerability. I replayed the last month in fragments. Late showers. Phone face down. Sudden arguments over nothing. Her laughter changing pitch when certain names appeared on the screen. I hadn't confronted her then. I was still deciding what kind of ending I wanted. I moved quietly. That was the mistake people like her always made. They assumed silence meant weakness. I pulled phone records. Not messages, she was smarter than that, but duration, frequency, time, stamps that lined up with girls' nights, and work emergencies. One number appeared like a pulse. I checked shared accounts, small withdrawals, hotels just outside the city, paid in cash, but booked with loyalty points she forgot we shared. I didn't rage. I didn't cry. I documented. I hired someone not to follow her, but to confirm what I already knew. Photos arrived 2 days later, blurry, distant. Enough. Her hand on his wrist. Her head tilted the way she only did when she was lying. While she was gone, I changed the locks. Perfectly legal. The lease was in my name. So were the utilities. So was the silence that followed. I met with a lawyer on day 4, efficient, almost bored. By the time she texted, "I'm coming home," everything that mattered was already finished. She stood in the kitchen now, fingers trembling as she read. Divorce filing, lease termination acknowledgement, a notice revoking access to joint accounts. At the bottom, a printed still image, her, in a hotel corridor, time-stamped, dated. She looked up slowly. "You went through my things?" she whispered. I tilted my head, studied her like a stranger trying to remember why they'd once mattered. "No," I said. "I went through mine." Her mouth opened, closed. She removed her sunglasses, like that would change the lighting. "This isn't fair," she said, voice cracking. I was confused. "I needed time." I nodded once. "And I needed facts." She stepped toward me, reached out, stopped when she realized I wasn't moving. "You didn't even ask me," she said. I finally smiled. That's how I knew. She tried anger next. Accusations, tears, rewriting history in real time. I let her. I handed her a second envelope, smaller, keys inside. Her sister's address written neatly on the front. "You planned this," she said. "Yes." Her voice dropped. "You don't get to decide everything." I leaned in then, just enough for her to hear me breathe. I already did. She looked around the house like it might intervene. It didn't. Places remember who respects them. When she reached for the door, she paused. "You'll regret this," she said. People don't just disappear and come back clean. I watched her carefully. They do, I said. Just not together. The door closed behind her without ceremony. That night, I sat alone at the kitchen table. No music, no distractions. Just the hum of a house that finally felt honest. I didn't feel victorious. I felt precise. She thought absence was power. She thought silence would break me. What she never understood was that I don't explode, I conclude. The truth didn't hurt when it arrived. It clarified. And clarity has a way of cutting clean through everything. You once mistook for love? I folded the yellow envelope, slid it into the trash. Then I turned off the light. Some people come back expecting forgiveness. She came back to closure.